Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. I am Miss Didi and I am super excited, y'all. Today, listen, in this video, we are looking at the SPY or the S&P 500 or ETF, whatever you want to call it. It's the SPY. And today the market is just giving us a really good example of trading sideways. And when I say trading sideways, SPY has literally been trading from 1025, as you can see here, up until about 11:20 or 11:25. It start breaking out of this consolidation period. But what I really like is to trade breakouts. I consider that a breakout. That means it's breaking out of that zone. And when I pay very close attention to when it starts and when it breaks out. So it seems like this morning at about 9:35, I can go over here. So about 9:35, SPY ran up, it came down, found some support right here at this ATR trailing stop and this 50 EMA here, and it just moved sideways for a while. It stayed under the 5 EMA, which is this blue line here, and it seems as if it just moved. It went nowhere. I mean, we didn't make a new high, we didn't make a new low, so it traded within this range, within this zone. And I call it the gathering spot. That's where everybody gather at to figure out what they're getting ready to do, right? So you do not want, if you're in options, you do not want to trade this, because it's showing you that, we ain't going there. We're not going anywhere. We're just staying in this place. You want to wait until it gives you a direction. With options, you want to either be up or you want to be down, but either way, you do not want to be in a consolidation or a sideways movement. And so let's look and see. Right now, again, it's at 935, 940. It started consolidating. It gave you a little false move here to make you think that it was going to go up. It got rejected here at this Fibonacci, that gray dotted line. These lines are generated automatically on my computer. It gives you that, okay, it got rejected here and it came back down, but again, it stayed within this zone. So SPY came down and broke. It seems like about 10:20 it broke out of that consolidation, right? From, let's say, from here to here, or you could say from here. I normally use the body instead of the wick, whichever works for you. It's no right or wrong way. So I would have marked, here, and I would have watched it. It made that false move, and then it gave us this. This candle is my important candle. It gave me the move of, okay, you need to be careful. It has dropped down, and then look, we went sideways again to the side and did nothing for a long while, and that was from 10:25 till about 11:15, 11:20. It started doing the exact same thing. So I would have went in and I would have marked my chart like this. I would have went to that bottom, and again, I don't use the wicks, but it's again no right or wrong. I use the body. And I would have marked, this is my area here. So this is my area of consolidation, and I'll make it like a green color so we can easily see that. Okay, maybe that green is not. This is our zone here, and if we go to a smaller time frame like the 1 minute, we can see that SPY was trading in a zone here, and there it is right there. It's trading between those two lines. I went to the 5-minute chart and I marked the high and the low, and I went to a 1 minute, and you can see that is our zone that SPY has been trading in. And once it broke out of that, that's when I needed to be looking for an entry. And if you look, we had a pivot here with our MACD, which is a second confirmation, 3 lower lows. That will be another confirmation. So it broke out of this range here, and we made lower lows. And y'all, that would have been a decent trade. If you're a scalper like me, that would have been a nice scalp move, because it broke out of consolidation. The main thing is you do not, let me fix that. you do not want to trade this, especially if you're in those same day expiration options, because it's only going to eat up. It's only going to eat at your profit, and you're going to just be moving sideways, going nowhere, and making nothing. That's just a waste of time and money. And I'm here. We're here in this to make money, And yeah, you're going to lose, but the most important thing is to keep your losses at a minimum, or keep your loss at a low, let's say that. And okay, it shows us again that we are consolidating. We're going to that nowhere. We're back at the gathering spot, to where the buyers and the sellers are trying to figure out where it's going, and if you again see the wicks at the top, that's when sellers are coming in. The price went up, sellers come in, and they send that price, push it back down. And again, SPY came up, got rejected at this 5 EMA, meaning that stopped it from moving. Okay, I'm going to go to a place that I kept looking at the SPY, and I was wondering what was holding the SPY up. What kept the SPY from going down within that zone? So it kept trading within that zone. This is the 30-minute chart. And when I went to see what was holding it up, it was a moving average. It kept hitting a moving average, and I'm like, where is it? It's got to be somewhere. And we go to a higher time frame, a 1-hour chart. It looks as if SPY was bouncing off the 50 EMA on the 1-hour chart. That is exactly where our dotted line is here. So it came down, and yeah, sometimes it comes past that place, but that is the support area. SPY kept finding support right here at this 50 EMA, and that's what caused it to trade in that zone, or to trade sideways. And and now that we have broken through that zone, or that sideways movement, we came down, and it looks like we broke a little bit through the ATR trail and stop, but as of right now, that is our support. So I will go in, and I will put an alert to let me know that SPY is at or below that area of support. So if it breaks this area here, it could very well continue to the downside. That's something to think about. So if ever it comes down and it stops at a location, make sure you put some type of alert to let you know, to remind you of that place, because it could very well come down to that. And if it comes down and stay there, then it's consolidating again. But if it comes to that place and break through that support, it has broken through a level of support that you need to be mindful of. So that's just something to think about. So again, we trading breakouts, it's a really, really good way to make money. You sit and watch. Let it run, let it do whatever it is that it's going to do. You don't have to sit and just watch it all day. Set your alerts. I would have set an alert right here above this line to let me know if SPY was to break out of that high that it had previously made. So I would have put an alert here, and I would have put an alert here to let me know that SPY is below the area that it had been trading in for the last 30-40 minutes. So it looks like we're trying to break out now out of this consolidation. That alert that you just heard, it was to let me know that SPY is moving back to the upside. So I need to be careful if I am in a put. I need to be careful, because it looks like it's trying to reverse. So you see how this is the 1 minute. You see how it's been going sideways nowhere for a while, at least 10:33, and now it's 11:53. I'm sorry, 11:33 and 11:53, and it looks as if it's trying to make higher highs, which it has. Our MACD is showing us that it's trying to get to the upside, but we have a little trouble right here. This is our trouble place, which is the 50 EMA and the ATR trail and stop. So my alert is to let me know if SPY make it past this place, because I know we got some resistance, which is, we got some trouble places ahead. And that's one of the things I always ask myself, where am I going to have trouble? And it looks like we tested this, and we got rejected, came back down. It's still having a little trouble, but even if it breaks through this, it's still going to have to break through this area right here. Those are places that you're going to have to always be mindful of. So now looking at the 5-minute chart, looks like we're trying to break out of that consolidation. We are slightly above the 5 EMA, which I like to go from a top to a bottom move. We're under the 5 here. We're going to try to get above the 5 if we're trying to get to the call side or to the upside. So it needs to go above this and make a new high above this, this should indicate, have an indication here with the MACD crossing. So it's like y'all putting the puzzle together and trying to look at everything, and bit by bit, piece by piece, instead of trying to like look at this whole chart and try to put it. You can't. I have to do it in segments and in increments and a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it'll take you to a very, very different place. So again, watching the SPY, it is breaking out of consolidation. It gave us a reversal candle here, but is it going to close and stay above this and make a new high? That is my concern at this point. So I need to say I'm going to watch the SPY and see what it does past this place right here. I'm not sure I see a strong move, but who am I? I just trade what I see, right? So yeah, I hope this is very, very helpful for you. Look for those consolidation areas, those places of going nowhere, the gathering spot, whatever you want to call it. Mark your levels. Make some, alerts here to let you know if it's above it or below it, and then just trade what you see. That's a great way to trade, trading once it gives you a signal, right? So yeah, I hope this is helpful, y'all. I am super, super excited. We learn and we grow together. I tell you, we're future millionaires, one trade at a time. Have an amazing day today, y'all, on purpose.